Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another episode of CasualCraft. Once again, with the Renegade Master, your Dreadlockcaster RedRipz right here for another game of CasualCraft. It's episode 43 today. I'm sort of dressed as a Jedi because it's matching my dressing gown. Hence the introduction. So yeah, we're here, episode 43, since I was an idiot yesterday and called it out as 41 when actually it was 42. I'd say I apologise for that. I don't, particularly. And we're here for another game on WaChu. Now, this is a Diamond League game, and I'm going to introduce the players in a second, because I just want to shout out that there's a 6 pool going down in the Zerg base there, so we're going to have a little examine of that in a second. But here, today's brother from another mother, in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Red Terran player, WaChu! Yes, WaChu will be WaChuing his own lip, because in the top right-hand corner, we have a spawning pool down for today's sister from another mister, the blue Zerg player, Namib. Yeah, Namib. Ibnam, Namib, Namib, Nam, Nam. Now, meanwhile, WaChu is just going to be putting down a proxy racks, as you do. So, Chiz ahead. So, this is a Chiz game featuring 2 Diamond League players, I believe, was the standard of play here as we come into this. So, I can't wait to see this, I'll be honest. The first 6 lings are about to spawn. We're getting a gas down now. I think this is actually going to be an extractor trick to get another set of lings out. Yes, it is. And the drones are being pulled as well. Right, okay. So, this is all out. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, we've got 6 lings coming down. We've got 5 drones there. And behind that, we have a 2 racks. Proxy 2 racks. Hells yes, says WaChu. Hells yes. So, Namib charging now across the map straight away to see what's going on here, and it looks like I actually don't need to come up with any absolute rubbish to fill the usual time of having absolutely nothing to talk about. So here we are on Derelict Watcher in episode 43 of CasualCraft, doing the thing. Now, I'm gonna have to wait and see how WaChu's gonna respond to this, because obviously he's gonna lose his economy out of this with the lings and drone combination here, assuming everything's microed correctly. We're going to have a little glance around there. Now, with all the SCVs being pulled there, they're going to be losing a few there. It doesn't look like WaChu's actually going to try and defend this. He's just going to get the hell out of here and use what minerals he already had there to build submarines. And it actually looks like he's trying to... What's he doing here? He's churning out submarines, he's getting a bunker up, and he's just going to... Yep, he's going to just fly his base over to the Zerg's third, is his plan now. Well, this is cool. So this is a novel strategy. I guess he realised that he couldn't defend that against the Ling drone rush thing that was going on there, and instead he's going to try and block in here and just get his racks down at the front there, and then hopefully be able to defend against these lings and stuff. So if he can get a good wall off, and oh, no, he's not actually going to bother walling off, he's just going to get the bunker down, and that's basically it for the pressure out of Namib. Meanwhile, nothing's actually going in his own base now. He's going to probably pull his drones back, I'd imagine, to continue the old mining work, since well, they've got a lot of that to be doing now, since we've got all these full mineral patches right here. And meanwhile, WaChu is just going to be third basing, so he's just going to wait for his command center to turn up, get back to mining again, and I say third basing, taking over the third base of Namib with his own command center. So this is great. This is a novel game from the start. What I like to see, always good, and I think we can almost see the bases of both players in a single map shot. They're so damn close now. So with the rush distance being this absolutely short, I'd imagine we're going to see continued pressure out of both players here as the game picks up and both players are looking to move forward here now. So obviously WaChu's going to have to get a supply depot down somewhere here at the front. I would have quite liked to have seen Namib kill that off. That would have really actually probably put WaChu back a little bit, as he wouldn't then be able to continue producing quite so quickly. You'd have to mine more stuff out. That would have been quite good. But instead we're going to try and see the surround here out of Namib. Is he going to get it? He might not quite going to make it. 2 of the Marines have made it back inside the barracks, and the other 2 just stood outside waiting. The Lings are going to be forced to pull back there, and that will be the end of that pressure. Now we're actually going to see this supply depot die, as I thought, so that's good. The single Zergling there going to be dealing with that. Meanwhile, the Zerglings of Namib at the front here are just going to be chilling out. They're going to be getting a queen down in the main as well. We've now got... 11 drones out, so that's very good. Meanwhile, exactly the same number of SCVs. So actually both players are in a very similar position here. Now I'm slightly ahead on the on the actual number of troops that he's got, but in terms of economy, both players are very, very similar positions. So this is really cool. I like to see games such as this, where basically shit hits the fan right at the start of the game, and it's just wacky all the way in from there. So with that, we're now seeing a whole bunch of Marines move out. These are going to easily churn through these Lings if the Lings don't engage very well, and actually we're not going to see much of us around here, I don't think. I think these Marines are going to be microed comfortably out of the way, and are we going to be seeing... Oh, no, it does look like, yes, actually the Marines are going to get taken out, though. We didn't quite see the Marines pull apart as much as I'd have liked. Not as many Lings died as maybe he could have done. They did manage to save 3 Lings there in that patch, so that's all very well and nice. It does look like, in fact, they're going to be just wandering around, making sure the front of the base of WaChu here is fully blocked off, and basically WaChu's not going anywhere that he shouldn't be. Namib will just have to keep a good eye on the map, make sure that his opponent isn't in any weird positions that he shouldn't be, and other than obviously his own third, and then go from there. So with that, we're going to have to see more Marines being microed about. These things are going to be dying this time. It's on such little health, and with 4 Marines here, this is going to clear up very, very nicely. And if it comes down to it, they can always pull back to the bunker there as well, which is great. So that's all very nice. Looks like WaChu might be able to push this out now. They're going to lose an Overlord here on the high ground as well, unless Namib can get some more Lings out soon. He's got 8 more spawning right now, but this isn't going to be in time to save the Overlord, I don't think. So we're going to lose an Overlord here, and this is going to be a little bit of an issue for supply. It's a wasted 100 gas, although actually supply isn't going to be that too much of an issue there. Sorry, I misread that as 32 somehow. I'm not sure how we'd get 32 supply in a single base, but it's all very good. So with that, we've got 8 Lings down at the front here, a couple more spawning. We've got the Queen here as well. I don't think they're going to get into this base, these 6 Marines, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen there. So I mean, at this point, I guess both players just need to sort of continue trying to deal with each other. It's not really a case of what strategy is going to help the most here. They just need to keep an eye on each other and make sure that each other can't get too far ahead. And with them continue micro those Marines there, that was quite nice actually. Basically, the Marines got into a corner where they couldn't get a complete surround by the Lings. The Lings were wiped out, and the Queen also was taken down. And I really wish Namib had pulled the Queen back there, because he really could have done with saving that. That's not something you want to be losing, especially with this many Lings popping a few seconds later to come and clear that up. So that'll be the end of that. Now we're getting a Baneling nest down out of Namib as well. This is going to be great against the Marine pressure here. We're getting out of WaChu, because obviously with a struggling economy, he's not going to be doing anything else other than building Marines for now. A 3rd barracks going down at the front there as well to generally continue the idea of that. And with Zergling speed and some Banelings finishing up before too long, it's looking like Namib might be in a really strong position here, as WaChu doesn't really have anything of his own yet other than straight up Marines and 3 racks. Although with both players, just have a quick look at the units tab. We've got slightly, actually we're quite nicely ahead on drones now as well as Namib. So to be honest, Namib's in a much stronger position at the moment, although with all his Lings being kind of wasted there really, just on trying to get rid of those Marines, it's he's not really doing himself any favours by sacrificing them like that. He wants to keep hold of them until he can really overwhelm, and I mean, you don't want to let these guys get out of control, but if you've got Banelings incoming, waiting a minute, getting a Baneling or 2 together to come and help clear this out would probably be a really good idea. And actually behind this, he is just going to straight up take a 2nd base. He doesn't need any more Lings, he says. He's building a few more Lings now. We're getting 4 or 5 out and a couple of Banelings down at the front there as well. So that's going to be the entirety of the defence here out of Namib for now. And against this many Marines, I'm not sure that's going to be enough really, because I don't think 2 Banelings is going to be enough to get through all that. And I think we're going to have to see this expansion cancelled here now, as we've only really got 3 Lings out, and with 10 more spawning, it could be good, but it's not really enough to do anything. And yeah, we're going to have to see a cancel out of this base for Namib here as well. The cancel goes down, the drone is not quite going to escape, and the Marines pick that off comfortably. WaChu's going to spot the Banelings here, but he's targeted them down beautifully there. Absolutely beautiful targeting on the Banelings there from WaChu, and nothing could be done by Namib there. So Namib really needs to get his stuff together now, try and build a few extra troops before he engages next time, because he needs to make sure he's getting those Baneling connections, otherwise it's a huge waste of money. We're going to see an expansion down the bottom of the map here out of Namib with this wandering drone, taking a base down at the bottom right 5 o'clock position there. So that's going to hopefully give Namib the economy that he needs to engage with this. But with those Banelings being so effectively targeted down by WaChu there, I really like that. These Marines are going to be surviving and actually going to be pushing up the ramp here, and there's very little here to defend here out of Namib now, so I'm really wondering what he's going to do. I mean, we've got a Baneling coming out, we've got a bunch of Lings at the back as well with the Queen there as well, and yeah, this is kind of difficult really here for Namib really. I'm not sure what he's going to do with WaChu pushing up with all these Marines, and not really that. No, it does look like actually WaChu is going to decide to withdraw. He's going to pull back, continue macroing up, and continue pumping out these Marines. Now I'd imagine he's going to move towards it. He's got a 2nd command centre down now. We should be seeing a factory before too long soon as well. He needs to start getting his tech up so he can start getting towards the medivacs. That's going to be really important in keeping these troops alive and being as efficient as possible with his economy. So really, a factory there in medivac would be really nice to see. You could use the factory for high ground vision and really take advantage of the the medivacs there with these marine-based armies. And with that Zergling connection there, that's the last of those marines falling. And that was a bit of a shame really there for WaChu, because he's been doing so well with targeting down the banelings, but since he missed that one completely, he's actually managed to completely miss out there, and ended up losing basically all his marines. He's got 2 left in this bunker now, and then he's got 3 more spawning out of these barracks now. We still don't have any reactors down yet. We've got a tech lab down there, so hopefully we should be seeing stim packs soon as well. And with the factory going up in the background there as well, now it is looking like WaChu is going to be moving generally towards the tech path option. He's going to get combat shields down as well. This is actually a really good choice. If you don't have quite the option to get the engineering base down and do the whole sort of 1-1 play, if you just want some sort of quick extra health on your marines to help them survive the baneling hits, then absolutely combat shield is exactly what we're going to be getting out on the marines, especially when you're going mass marine only, not really bothering any marauders or anything like that quite yet. It's really good option, to be honest. I really like that decision there out of Namib there to go for that. Now we're going to be seeing the scout marine out the front here. He's not going to be doing too much. There's 5 banelings there now, so it's starting to get a little bit beyond what WaChu will be able to target down. And actually WaChu has discovered this bottom base here with his flying command center there, so he's going to be aware of that now. He's going to need to know that he's got to do something about that, otherwise Namib's going to get comfortably ahead, and there's going to be a huge baneling bus coming up this ramp before too long if he's not careful. Now we're just going to have a little look in Namib's base. We're going to get a spine crawler down on the front here. I'd quite like to see a couple of queens out here spreading creep around, really, just maybe taking more control over this sort of area. You can start like walling off on the high ground by getting like spine crawlers and stuff down, and just generally making sure that you can block off this ramp and stop things pushing up. And it allows you to roll your banelings straight down as well, which is really good. But it does look like we're actually going to see these marines of WaChu moving out to the bottom of the map now, and they're going to be moving to clear out this extra base here of Namib here, who is now going to be making additional drones there as well, so it doesn't look like he's going to see this coming. We've got 2 more Zerglings incoming, but not actually anything moving out across the map now for Namib, and it does look like this base will be taken out by WaChu. I'm not really sure what Namib can do unless he can get his whole army down in time, and to be honest, I think that would be a bad decision, as basically he'd be leaving his main base wide open. And we've got stim pack coming down now as well, now that combat shields are finished, so it does look like these marines are going to be really resilient for the time being, and we're going to see another 5 banelings coming out now of Namib as well. He knows he's got to do something about this, but it looks like instead he's going to be targeting down the front ramp here of Namib's base now, as he's actually realised that there's not really anything else here to defend, and with these 5 banelings spawning up behind, that was a beautiful little bust at the front. Hopefully we'll see these lings run in now to clear this out, whilst we've got the banelings up behind this to clear out this bunker. Although I really like this behind bunker there, that was quite nice. It allows them to run the marines back and generally do some damage there, although actually with their 3 SCVs in that bunker now and absolutely no surround going on there out of that, that's absolutely terrible there for WaChu, and he's going to lose this bunker, and this is going to be absolutely the fall of all his SCVs. It looks like there's so many here in this base here, all falling. That huge baneling connection, they're getting almost every single one of those SCVs. That was a real problem there for WaChu, as he's lost absolutely most of his economy now, and even with the starport coming down to try and get the reactor out to turn out some medivacs, I don't think we're going to be seeing much more out of this now. So basically we've got this 16 units here out of WaChu moving up the front here to try and deal with this force of Namibs, but there's so many Zerglings here, and with the banelings in behind as well, I don't really see what WaChu can hope to do here, other than try and hold this high ground and defend this base. Really, we've just got to hope for WaChu's sake that Namib doesn't actually discover the base at the bottom of the map next to where his old expansion was that got taken out here. That would be really dire for WaChu if his bottom base got discovered, because at the moment there's not really much you can do. These lings could just run in and very quickly do a lot of damage to this base. I don't know if they'll be able to take it out before you get lifted, so it wouldn't necessarily be a death of a base, but it's certainly a really bad position there, although that would open up the front of Namib's base to a counter-attack. I don't think that WaChu would be able to move up there safely enough to try and take this base down without getting the possibility of getting hit in the ass by these banelings, which would be really nasty. So we're going to see baneling speed coming down now. There are more and more lings coming out as well, so it's generally ling baneling competition here as we're going for the second base at 18 minutes, which I love out of Namib here. It's some beautiful build orders, a true game of strategy this, I think, because both players are forced to think completely outside the box as they deal with the armies of each other in such weird positions. There's none of the sort of standard game going on here beyond the sort of general kind of building up and trying to get your macro position together. But with the 2 medivacs coming out now for WaChu, this is looking much stronger now for this player, as he's going to push out now and try and see if he can do some damage here to Namib. So we're going to need to see some big splits out of WaChu here if he's hoping to avoid these banelings. There's only 3 of them, but with 4 more spawning in behind, it doesn't look, no, that drop's not going to be getting anywhere. Oh, actually there wasn't any drop there at all, it was just a scout medivac it seems. So we're going to be seeing some high ground vision there out of WaChu. He's going to be pushing back the Zerg army, making sure that he can hopefully then be able to push up the ramp without being cornered on it. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of vision there, not too much going out, although it does look like WaChu's actually just going to push down off the ramp with all these Zerg, and he's going to be splitting a few off to go and scout various corners of the map. And I think Namib is actually going to be keeping the majority of his army back at his second base here to try and deal with this force of WaChu's here. And if we just look at how close these front lines are, the front ramp of Namib right here and a fist away in the middle of the screen there, we have WaChu's main base now in the third of Namib. So yeah, a bizarre game here. It's actually supply blocked himself there, WaChu. That's a little bit unfortunate. He's got quite a lot of stuff there that should be building really. So he's going to need to see another supply depot down before too long, I hope. But does look like he's not going to be worrying too much about that. It looks like these marines are going to have to pull back. And now they're going to make they're going to make the gap. That's quite nice. There was a huge surround possibility there of Namib, but he couldn't quite get the troops around. With the stim pack upgrade of WaChu there, he was able to run away and get all his troops inside into this choke where basically the Lings wouldn't be able to get the full surround on that they needed. And we're going to keep seeing some back and forward. I'm not thinking we're going to see another stim pack here, although we've actually got a huge surround getting in here. We've got not all the Marines, but many of them caught out there by Namib, and we're seeing so many Banelings now. Lings streaming into the space, and with the Banelings as well, just blasting through all these troops. I don't think there's much else that WaChu can do, and that looks like the that looks like the break there that Namib needed to get through to WaChu. So yeah, an absolutely crazy game out of the blue there for CasualCraft episode 43. This has been a really interesting one, but unfortunately WaChu couldn't quite defend the continued aggression of Namib against this bizarre third base position, and he wasn't able to continue the game. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame really. It was nice seeing both players come out of their really early aggression into an actual vaguely macro game. I mean, I think we had nearly 2 bases down for both players then, which would have been really nice, but not quite completely. So well, with that in mind, thanks very much once again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual banter. I've been RedRipz, your Dreadlock caster, Renegade Master, as I insist on keep saying, so I was told to by the government. Gonna have a swig of my brew and wish both players GG. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks once again for watching, and good evening.